Hi, my name is Suzanna, and I am the owner of Stems Brooklyn. So we're a retail flower shop. I also do full service events and weddings, and we also do workshops. So how we use Curate is that for all of our proposals for workshops, specifically our private workshop offerings, we use the templates, have everything set up internally for our different offerings, and that way we can curate it and customize it to the client's need, whether they're inquiring about specific types of workshops. For weddings, we also maximize curates templates. That way I can go in, I can curate a list of curate a template per wedding customer. And inside the template, I will have like, for example, all of our different design options for our like standard wedding offerings. Now these can vary wedding to wedding, of course, but it gives me a starting point. And there is an inspiration board, a color palette. I have our general price points set up internally. So that way, when I'm using the templates, I can go and delete out whatever I don't need, pop in images for that specific wedding client. Typically, I'm making a template from the start that I'm repurposing, making a custom wedding proposal for a client in less than an hour. Typically, it takes me anywhere from like 30 to 45 minutes once I have imagery pulled to quickly put together a proposal and send it out via live link to a client. Why that's helpful is that all of our contracts are connected to there. And then through Curate's system, I'm saving tons of time by not having to like manually update and create these templates. And then they're like my revision process is so much faster. I can use the possibilities function, which is really great if I want to show a client an alternate table design. So maybe they want to spend more money on their ceremony and less on their tables, yada, yada. Then I have a way to sort of showcase that and give them numbers up front. So yeah, it's been a really great process for us and something that I am constantly learning how to like tweak and navigate from our inquiry process all the way through getting clients what they need to the back end processes, using like the recipe functions for weddings. And that way I'm not guessing what I'm ordering. I'm really using numbers to ensure that I'm staying on budget and that I can use my shopping lists to buy the right materials.
Before I used Curate, I would use Word documents and like Excel sheets to sort of create a similar thing where I would have like a template and then I would take for like my inspiration boards, I would basically embed them into an email and send that along. So you would have like an inspiration board there. Then I would send two documents. One would be like the actual line item proposal. Then the next one would be the contract. So there would be two contracts, a contract and a proposal that they would sign, and then I would have to print those off, have them sign them, put them back, and organize them and keep copies of everything. So I had like hard copy binders with like contracts in them, um, which was so tedious and cumbersome. And obviously, with the Curate's live links, people can sign their contracts, they can pay. I'm reminded so that the payment schedules all are done for me ahead of time. So that way, I'm not hounding clients to remember to ask for final deposits or to chase anybody down about payment. And I can quickly look and see have they paid, have they not paid. I like the ACH transfer, the credit card options, the cash options. And I think for me, the frustrating part of that was just that it was very cumbersome. And, I think about the fact that, you have to spend money on Curate every month that I didn't have to spend before, but I think that the hours I save from like those steps way more than pays for the services to use Curate. For me, my daily workflow has changed because now when I'm on the call with clients, what I do is I actually make a template or like make a copy of my template and I go ahead and update it for the client before I have my initial discovery call with them. So I'll put the client's name, their venue, and start taking notes within the template while I'm on the phone with them. So that way I have that process done ahead of time. Once I get off the call, then I can do my design work, which is to go in and like be more nuanced, get more inspiration pictures, update the color palette, that sort of thing. And that only takes like 5 or 6 minutes to go ahead and get the template pulled over and updated to start taking those notes. And it just keeps all of my thoughts a little more organized. How many hours a week does Curate save your team? It depends on the work week, right? I don't know if that's like a measurable question, to be honest with you, but I do think my old process of using documents to create the forms to manage it, like that process probably went from about an hour and a half, 2 hours, down to like operationally like 20 minutes. That's what my estimate would be on the creative tool that is structured from creation of document, the organization aspect of it, the payment timelines, the contract, and the design proposal all being in one. That functionality that auto updates. If I had to go back and update Word documents, there's a lot of like saving, revising, and then like reprinting, reorganizing that doesn't exist with this. Curate has impacted my business by helping us be more professional and organized for our clients. My favorite Curate feature would be the inspiration board with the color palette. That feature alone is huge for presentation purposes, for the culture we live in with Pinterest, and the way that clients experience aesthetic and understanding aesthetic. So that function's my favorite. I think if a friend in the industry was asking me about Curate and their higher volume, then and they have the funds to pay for it, right? If the cost is several $100s a month, it's like, is your time more valuable or is the money more valuable to you? And it depends on where you're at with your business development and where you're at with your time management. They're just that decision is always something a business owner has to decide for themselves. So I would say if someone's higher volume and their time is really valuable and they need to be getting your job is to like create leads and make money, then you need to be making these documents quickly and efficiently. So I feel like if you're at that stage where you are losing money by a tedious task that could be alleviated through a process or software like Curate, then that's the time to take the move. And I have definitely recommended it to several of my peers who sort of still use an older version of, like client deck sharing. And also, like, you don't have to do both, right? You could have your Curate system and then you could also create a separate mood board if you want to get more in depth with things.